is Sanders. I'm a sophomore at Morehouse, and I'm a facilitator.
Major from Sarah Lane, Alabama.
What's good, you all? My name is Durant Holman, a sophomore communication major with a minor in business from Birmingham, Alabama, and I also serve as a reporter, sort of facilitator of this focus.
Mental health at Spelman. Oh, and I'm number 1.
I am a psychology major on the pre-med track from Birmingham, Alabama, and I go to Spelman. I'm a freshman.
I was a senior business management major in computer science minor at Morehouse from Birmingham, Maryland.
Who's on me?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey y'all, I'm number 4 from Clark Atlanta University, junior in elementary education major.
College, I'm a sophomore psychology major from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey y'all, it's number 6. I'm a sophomore health science major with a minor in French on the pre-med track, and I go to Spelman College, and I'm from Clarksburg, Maryland.
It's on me. I'm number 7. I'm a senior computer science major from Bowie, Maryland. Okay, I'll give you a real intro. All right, I'm number 7. I'm a sophomore communication major from Georgia.
I'm number 8. I'm a sophomore education studies major with a minor in communications and history from Baltimore, Maryland.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't press record till number 6, bro.
We're gonna start off with a few icebreakers here today. Let's see which one we're gonna start with. Just in general, we just want to ask, is college everything you thought it would be? Who wants to answer that? Who wants to start off?
I'll go. College is a lot more than I thought it would be for real. Cause I think it's really because came to Morehouse, like AUC, like everything's really inclusive. And there's a lot of different ways to like get involved and stuff. I kind of thought college would just be like boring, go to class, go to parties at night. Like I thought that'd be it for real.
As a freshman, I guess it is sort of what I thought it would be, but it's kind of harder. I didn't have much freedoms at home with my parents and everything, so when I came here, I have a lot more, but that schoolwork at Spelman is no joke. So that's something I didn't really consider, but yeah.
I feel like it's like in college, like you were saying, you have more responsibilities and stuff, and I feel like you have to really hold yourself accountable. Like you're really responsible for your future and like your decisions and things like that, and I feel like it becomes really clear when you're in college.
Anybody else?
I guess I'll go along. What's the question again? How?
Yeah, is college everything you thought it would be?
I'll say that I had a warped reality of it as far as watching TV and stuff like that, or what college is going to be. It is not what I thought it was going to be. In some cases, it's better than I seen on TV, and in some cases, it's not how I thought it was going to be as growing up. But I'll say as it really taught me how to be responsible. Waking up like at 5 o'clock in the morning. Just doing regular adult things that I didn't know I was going to be doing like my senior year. So it's just helping, like it's just teaching me how to be accountable of what I got to do. So yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next question. What's the best thing that you would say is about your institution? Go ahead, number 6.
I think in a way at Spelman we get a lot of opportunities. Like we get a lot of opportunities for internships, for mentorships, for literally basically anything. At least for my major. So if the opportunities are there for you and you don't grab it, I honestly like totally blame the student, because I feel like the health science department is pretty much set up for like your guaranteed success, and so you just have to be willing and open to like go out and talk to people and get those opportunities.
Go ahead, mate.
For me, I would say Morehouse does a really good job with like keeping or maintaining brotherhood. I think like so far in society, Black men are always pinned up against each other. So it's very rare to see an institution that kind of creates an environment where Black men can love each other in a nice and brotherly way.
Well, it's not your institution, but let's see. What's the best way to spend your weekend here at school?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Is best way I spend it or
Best way you spend it first.
Oh, so well, I'm in Army ROTC, so like, and I was also in marching band, so like, this is my first this is my first weekends of like having nothing to do. So I spend most of my time just like recuperating, like just like in a just chilling, like sleeping, just making sure like my mind and body's right, just making sure I have time by myself. So I feel like I give a lot of energy to a lot of people when I like from Monday through Friday, and like I need them Saturdays and Sundays. Sometimes I need them days to myself, just to chillax, and just be brief. So yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I got feedback off you like Monday through Friday. For me, especially like this school year so far, like I'm busy from like sun up to sundown. So like when the weekend hit, or I'll try to get like all my work and stuff done before the weekend hit. So the weekend hit, I'm either just like chilling or doing something to take care of myself, or I'm gonna just go hang out with some friends. Like I'm gonna just do stuff that I want to do instead of all like the responsibilities that I gotta do. Like that's what the weekend for to me, for real.
Yeah, heavy on having alone time for sure. Like I call up my parents or something like that. Just go on FaceTime, watch some TV, just relax and just, kind of be like, all right, this is my time to like kind of be like, I did a good job, I did a bare minimum. Let me chillax for a little bit.
So as far as socially, do you feel like it's easy making friends here at AUC?
I feel like it depends on how much like you're willing to put yourself out there and take risks. Because I feel like your college experience is what you make of it, and like you have the control over your own decisions in your own life. So I feel like if you're like not willing or like not open-minded enough to like meet new people, then obviously it's gonna be really difficult. Or if like you're really introverted and things like that, like kind of taking a little risk to like put yourself out there, whether that be like going up to someone randomly or like talking to someone that sits next to you in a class. I feel like it's really what like how you take control of it.
I'm an extrovert, so I love talking to people and like meeting new people. So for me, like it's easy to be social. I enjoy like being out like with people, hang out with the same people like every day. Like, and it's just, I think that's one of my favorite things about life, like meeting new people and the relationships and friendships that I build with people. I think that's what makes life worth living.
I think that it all depends on who you are as a person and how much you're willing to get out of your comfort zone. Because I think that with each of our institutions, well, maybe like Spelman and Morehouse, it's like you can have a day where it's just you're around like just males and you're around just women all day. So I think it all depends on like going out and being extroverted and going out and meeting new people. I think that Morehouse does a good job of allowing you to meet new people, especially like in your dorm. Like people in your dorm sort of become like your first friends. But I think that beyond that, it takes you as a person to go out and just meet new people. So because they're not going to come to you.
So we're gonna start to dive a little deeper. We have a cup right here, and so I don't want y'all to make it seem like we just pulling out different kind of questions for you all. So we're gonna make it up to you. All right, so we'll start with number one to pull out a question from the cup. Great. So don't blame us if they just pick a random question. All right. Just join me. I can keep the pace going. All right, number one. Well, question number one. Do you have both parents in the household, and why do you feel that having both parents in the household has a big effect?
I'll go first. So at first, I did have both of my parents in the household, and then around 7th grade, that's when they divorced. So it's kind of been a struggle, especially with my little brother. He's the middle child, and my sister. They're growing up with father not in the house, but sometimes just being detached a little bit. And he's there, and he kind of got a little bit of bipolar, a little bit. So sometimes his mood changes, so we don't know what to expect, if he's gonna be happy, sad, or mad, and take his anger out on us. So it was definitely a struggle growing up. Sometimes getting in fights with my dad, arguments, sometimes like physical. And now I kind of grew up to the fact, matured, learned from my mistakes, and now my brother and sister, they're dealing with their own teenage high school stuff. I'm just trying to be there for them, but it definitely affects, because you need your mom and dad in the household, especially both of them together. You know, like it relieves the pain of both of them. You know, your mom and your dad. So I definitely, yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback off of Five and saying that like you can have both parents in the household because I have both my mom and my dad in my household, but my dad's kind of like detached. Like he doesn't really deal with me, my mom, my sister. So sometimes we like to joke around, and be like, oh, like we're just this little like single mom family, because really like it do be like that. Like I don't see my dad most of the time because he's at work, or when he is in the house, he does any and everything to isolate himself, and he just doesn't make himself a factor in my life. So I feel like having both parents in the household can be good, but I haven't really gotten the positive side of it because I really feel like I only have one parent sometimes. So
And like going off that, because mine is the same exact way. Like I have both my parents, but like my dad really is detached. Like even he doesn't even like really work that much, but when he does, like he doesn't talk to any of us. Like he's physically there, but not like emotionally and mentally. So everything kind of falls on my mom. So it's like my mom, that's like my mom's my strongest like female kind of role model in my life because she does everything like herself. And like when I was talking about it with my counselor too, because she was like, your parents live together. And I was like, yeah, but it feels weird because it's so dysfunctional. Like, but they do it just because it works. Like, and it's so weird. Like, and who was just speaking before me?
6.
I feel you, girl. Like, I understand.
I'll be quite confused on what they're actually trying to do. And it looks good on paper when you provide facts and information, but if you don't know how to, utilize those facts or information, what's the point?
I wholeheartedly agree. I honestly feel like Morehouse doesn't do anything, like in terms of trying to help like the mental health of students. I feel like all the mental health support for students comes from students with student organizations like Hope, Spellman, Protect Your Peace, AUC Chill. I think that's where like the real workshops and the real work gets done. I feel like the institution itself, they literally like just like you said, like 2 counselors for like how many of us that go here, like they don't do anything. They don't do anything at all.
I feel like with Spellman is like their counseling is good, but it's like short term and it's bi-weekly. So it's like, I don't know, like, cause I like use the counseling services and everything. And my counselor specifically, like she was like, it looks like you need like more ongoing, and like Spellman's very short term, and she like broke it down like it's more like solution based kind of counseling. It doesn't really focus on like, I don't know, it's weird. So it's like when you're coming in with someone with trauma and things like that, it's kind of hard to work through that in that like short time frame. And on top of that, like meeting bi-weekly is just like, I don't know, a lot can happen in like 2 weeks from the last appointment. And so I don't know, I just don't like how short it is, but she's helping me like get other resources too. But I don't know if every counselor is like that.
I think it's the same thing because I've tried going to counseling like twice, and I think I've just given up on it at this point because I feel like, yeah, because it is bi-weekly, but I also feel like the solutions that they give you, like it, like you said, it's short term. Like it's almost like I think I talked to her once about like anxiety, and she was like, oh well, just try to walk around by yourself, and like girl, like
don't even
like girl, what are you talking about? So I definitely, like, for the past few weeks I've been trying to actually find a therapist because I was like, yes, this is not gonna work.
Yeah, well, I found this out like a couple weeks ago. Like Morehouse School of Medicine, they actually have therapy there that we get for free. We just have to go there and do it, and they actually do like weekly and everything. Like it's a full therapy clinic.
Like, why do they not? Why
And you
why are you the one to?
Yeah, you only know
Why
if
is
you
that
go
not
to it.
advertised to everybody?
People are suffering, bro.
Yeah,
We're in like AUC, like we're in people coming from different walks of life. They ain't never been by themselves. It's Atlanta. Atlanta's crazy, and I lived here. Like it's a lot, and just for I can just imagine. Like I'm not staying off campus, but just dealing with the responsibilities, just all this stuff just bogged down on you. Like it's crazy. Like I just feel like people need an outlet to talk. You know, I talk. I ain't gonna lie. I talk to my mom. That's about it. Cause I don't be trusting these people. I'm sorry. Like Morehouse School of Medicine, like their therapy. Like I feel like as a student I should trust them, but I just don't. Like I don't know why.
I think some might argue that our institutions, negatively impact our mental health because of stuff that we have to go through. I was talking to a friend the other day, and it's like Morehouse had a housing crisis, and so a lot of my friends in my class, they were pushed off campus. He was just telling me like how hard it is. Like he has to really be an adult. Like he really has to, he feels so distant, because the way the AUC works, like all the events are, like on Brown Street or they're on campuses, and it's like if you live on campus, you live 7, 10, 15 minutes away, like you can't really get that experience, and it's like now you have to worry about paying rent. Now you have to worry about trying to get a car. Some people have to get a job, and it's like those are things that like I feel like negatively impact us, and it's what it really like makes our mental health a lot worse. And it's like there are probably more resources in Morehouse School of Medicine that Morehouse does for mental health, but they're not advertised, they're not publicized, and nobody can really get to them unless you have to ask other students, and then it's like it's going back and forth. So that's how I feel about it. I don't think our institution really does enough, and if they do enough, it's like it's not publicly known, it's not communicated, and communication is a whole other problem that I feel like Morehouse has. But I can get into that.
Well, not even just that. I think like even looking at like you're talking about 3 distinctive HBCUs that cater to black people, and if we talk about mental health, it's the majority of black people that have the issues, right? And we go even deeper, black men don't talk. We don't talk about our feelings, right? And then the idea of attending Morehouse, the pressure that's on that alone, right? The crown that you have to carry, you're asking black men to be expressive, to talk about their issues openly, right? But there is no resources there for that to happen. Nobody knows how to do that. And so I feel like Morehouse, one, has to acknowledge, where they stand in the situation, and I don't know they really do.
Good. All right. Number 8. What has caused you severe stress, anxiety, or depression, and when did this occur?
In general, or like in school specifically?
Personally, that's happened. Any experience that's ever happened.
Like any point in life.
Right.
I would say like I tend to take on the emotions of other people, or I start to feel really bad about certain things or put others before myself. That used to be the case a lot, to where I would get anxiety about it, and I wouldn't really communicate, or I communicate my emotions and say different things, but I wouldn't really deal with the situation in the moment. I just kind of like let it build up. And it wasn't until like this past summer that I was at church and I ended up having my first anxiety attack. And my mom had to come and help me, and she was telling me like, you keep letting all these situations build up, and like you keep on taking the emotions of other people onto yourself. And well, now like I deal with the situation at hand when it happens, and I make sure that I put like my feelings and myself first, even if that does end up unfortunately hurting other people. I don't do it in a mean way, but like I still have to make sure like I put my mental health first, because I just try to stay away from letting another anxiety attack happen, because I know that because I'm an empath, like I really do care for other people, and sometimes I care about more people, like other people, more than myself. So it causes stress a lot. So.
You go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, going off of that, like, I absorb a lot, like, everyone's emotions, and like my family is so dysfunctional, so like my mom will like rant to me like about my dad, and so it's like I have to process like what she's going through on top of like what I'm going through, or like, and it's so stressful. And it's like I understand like setting up boundaries, like, but like sometimes you gotta kind of be the therapist to your mom, like, and like I see all the like raw emotions and things like that from her. Like when I tell y'all I'm close to my mom, like I'm close, like we be FaceTiming, like all that. So it's just like I absorbed that, and like I was telling my counselor, she was like, you have to set up boundaries. I was like, girl, nah, like I can, but like she be needing someone to talk to, and I know that can't always be me, but it's always me. So I definitely think that's one big thing.
Yeah, like heavy on like balling up your emotions for real. Like I have a hard time like expressing my emotions for real. Just like one, just being adoptive for that aspect of not knowing who I am. Sadly, both my birth parents passed away, so all I know is my adoptive parents of like how they raised me. Like I have 14 birth siblings, so they all got to meet like my birth mom, got to deal with that. Like I still don't know who I am, the way I act, why I have anger issues, the way I have anxiety problems, stuff like that. So kind of just like moving forward, like kind of like bearing it and pushing through. But like then I might like have an anger issue, like piss off somebody, and then like I'm already gonna go ready to fight somebody just based off because I haven't dealt with problems like in the past, like trying to bottle them up. But I don't know. I don't do therapy personally because I've been in therapy since like I've been in 10, like since I've been 10. So it's just like I just feel like talking about my feelings haven't changed anything. So personally, it's just like, why am I going to somebody where you keep telling me it's the same problem? I know what my problem is. Like, I know what I have to deal with. But personally, I just can't do that right now because life doesn't stop and be like, hey, baby girl, like, hey, take your time. We got you. No, you got to keep pushing. So I'm going to keep pushing through it regardless.
Yeah, nah, I gotta agree with everything you just said. Like, cause me growing up, like it doesn't really happen now, but at first I would be like too expressive. Like, if I was angry, like I'm like flipping shit, this, that, and the third. And so it went from that to now I was holding everything in, and then I would just like, eventually some buttons would get pushed, and I would just blow up. And then there was a point I tried therapy too, but in my opinion, like I think I went to like 2 appointments. In my opinion, like, this might sound ignorant, but this is for me. Like, I don't really see the point of telling some random person my problems. Like, what are they gonna do? And it's like, I'm paying the copay out of pocket, like with my mother's insurance, but I'm paying out of pocket. I'm just like, nothing really getting done. So like, I don't know. Now I'm kind of better at like finding that even ground of like being expressive and holding shit in. But like, yeah. And then I would say, can you repeat the question again? Actually, my fault.
Nah, the main question was what, in your personal life, what's caused you severe anxiety, depression, and stress?
Something that probably caused, the one thing that probably caused me the most like stress or depression, whatever you want to call it, is probably like losing loved ones, losing friends and shit like that. Like, I want to say like mid high school is when like that started happening. Like a lot of loved ones started like passing away and stuff like that. So that's probably, I mean, everything else like getting over on the school shirt, whatever. But that's probably one thing that really like gets to me.
Piggy off of that, bro. That's one of my biggest fears is like losing a loved one, and like I'm very like big on my family. Like if like I talk about like my brother and my sister, like, and I have so much anxiety for my brother because like he's going through it. He needs help, and like I'm just not there. And I'm in college, and it's just like I need to go back. I need to see my brother. I need to go back, and I just got to be there for him. But that major caused like anxiety for me. So.
All right, everybody. This is the part I know y'all all probably waiting for 4 minutes. So when I count down on 3, I want everybody to look at ground focus. 1,
I can't even time
2, 3.
I ain't know.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
My eyes.
All right, cool.
So my eyes.
I knew it was Aji, bro. I heard your voice. I was like,
Hey, I knew that was Stop capping.
and I knew your voice sounded familiar, and I'm trying to figure it out.
He's not from PG.
I'm from PG County.
Bro, where are you from?
I'm Georgia.
This nigga was trolling.
Trolling us the whole time.
All right. How are you feeling about this discussion?
I'm chill.
It's cool. It's productive.
It was good. Yeah,
I learned a lot.
And how do you feel listening to others that have similar or even different experiences? What really stuck out with someone?
I think we talked about this before, like on Instagram, but it was crazy, like just hearing like some of the parallels. I was like, dang, like, yeah.
Also, hearing everyone's dreams, I think, was a really good way to end it. Like, we all go through it.
I thought it was cool, you know, seeing everybody's different backgrounds, you know, and you know, it's just life. I just be enjoying this, you know. So.
Yeah, I just like real conversations like this.
It's like everybody like you kind of don't see that like being in Morehouse and Spelman, you know, and like in Clark. It's just like I be sometimes like I just want some realness conversation. I get it from him and Brad, you know. But I want to hear it from
number 7, man.
I want
saying my name.
I want to hear it from different types of people, you know. So it was cool, you know, speaking.
See, that's what I was saying. How about like when you meet somebody, like they got like that guard up. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to like just be blindfolded, we're able to truly express ourselves. I feel like that's a very very important thing. So.
Not just that, like just being blindfolded and hearing everybody. I was trying to make up like what this person might actually look like.
Yeah.
And
back there just chilling. He didn't even say nothing.
you're just chilling back there.
He didn't say he was a part of the crew.
It's a difference, we try to keep y'all blindfolded so y'all wouldn't know who it was. And then also, like people you do know, you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
So it's a very big difference. Like we just be passing by each other on campus, don't know if someone's having a good day or bad, or just like how they live their life. So that's why we had y'all blindfolded.
I think that was a good idea.
I think that was a good
Anonymous
idea.
made it easier.
Yeah,
Like,
like we looking at each other, you prejudge like who they are.
And
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
I know I tried to let everybody know exactly what was happening coming in. I was pulling so many strings, trying to get everybody on the same page, the same minute. But my fault for everybody. If I didn't let y'all know about the blindfold part of the
Yeah, bro, you didn't tell me about this. I thought I was about.
I heard.
I was a little. And then he gonna hold my hand. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, and you was changing my phone. That was you, right? Switching my. That was him. That was him. What are y'all switching my phone?
Y'all talked about at the end of the day. I can personally relate to, being a leader of this project. I'm trying to give other people a space to be able to discuss things that I know I'm not the only person experiencing. So one, I hope y'all actually, thoroughly gain from this experience. And two, I hope that moving forward, we can take some of this transparency, some of this compassion that I've seen y'all all show in this moment with y'all here at AUC. I want to continue doing this moving forward, like make it like a serious type of thing and bring different people in trying it. So, if y'all want to tell somebody about your experience with it, I would appreciate that as well. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. And on three, can I get everybody to say,
We're okay.
yeah, we're okay. Look at the camera.
Oh.
And then just say, we're okay. 1, 2, 3.
We're okay.
That's a wrap.
Where you been?
Hello, what's up, you guys? My name is Duran Holman. I'm a sophomore communication major with a minor in business administration from Birmingham, Alabama. And I am the recorder for the OK project. And what OK means to me and what mental health means to me, because what I used to be a non-believer in what mental health really is, because I always thought it was just an excuse of why people didn't execute what they wanted to do, or they just were just afraid of being who they were. I never really thought mental health would be so impactful in my life until post-COVID, and until I started to realize that depression is a real thing and that anxiety and stress has also become a major impact in the Black community, especially when being a part of a HBCU has been a very difficult experience, but also a learning experience, not just for mental health, but also with me academically, and trying to gain an understanding of what mental health really is for us. Mental health is a very deep subject to touch on, and I believe that we all need someone to really talk to, really express who we are, and tell like our story of what we have to come for each and every one of us. Mental health is really an important thing for who I am as a person, and that I need to gain more understanding on how to build onto my character and have some more sympathy and more empathy for my next brother, my next sister, because a lot of people are going through different things that I'm not used to and going through different experiences that I've never heard of or never dealt with. So I believe this project has really gained my understanding and really gained empathy for my fellow AUC siblings. So thank you.
My name is Sander Smith. I'm a communications major from Los Angeles, California. I'm a sophomore and I'm the facilitator for OK Group. Why mental health is so important to me is because during COVID, I feel that we lost a lot of opportunities to express our mental health. And I feel that with this, it will be a great outlet to open up and express your mental health in a positive, creative way.
My name is Raymond Brown. I'm a senior communications major from Maryland, and I'm a group member in the Project OK. And mental health means a lot to me personally because growing up, I've seen a lot of my closest friends and family members lose battles to drugs and alcohol just because they didn't get the mental health or they didn't even believe in mental health is a real thing, stuff like that. And I also wasn't able to like express how I feel really growing up because my parents never believed like mental health is really a real thing or a real challenge that people are going through. So mental health just means a lot to me just because of everything that I've seen growing up, and I just want to make sure that people are okay with expressing themselves and they know that somebody's listening to them and is here for them. That's basically it.
What's good, y'all? My name is Damian Blackwell. I'm a sophomore communications major from San Antonio, Texas, and I serve as the group lead for the project OK. Essentially, this project is important to me, and mental health is important to me overall because of the personal experiences that I've had with my family and within my own personal life. I've watched family members that are extremely close to me, which include my grandparents, my aunts, my uncle, and even my parents suffer from various struggles due to either not addressing certain issues that created mental health problems or suffering from incidents that would scar them and have them suffering from mental health disorders such as depression, stress, sadness. And even in my own personal life, I've had to deal with physical abuse, emotional abuse, and death from people that I'm very close to, which unfortunately include my own mother. Because of that, I know what it's like to encounter things such as depression, sadness, stress, anxiety up close and personal. And my goal with this project is to help people be able to deal with those demons and have a space to open up and be able to talk about, why their mental health is important and why it's important to help take care of each other.
Hello everybody, my name is Brain Short. I'm a senior communications major from the South Suburbs of Chicago, and I'm the DP for this project titled OK. I'm really wanting to do this for a lot of reasons, many of which is still kind of just because like mental health to me growing up was it was important to me, but of course it wasn't necessarily like talked about for real in my family, and I didn't really start dealing with my mental health issues until recently, really. I actually suffer from depression, so I do like, or at least try different ways to cope with that and try and like manage. I guess coming here in the AUC, I recognize that there are different things and different issues that people deal with. Everybody has a different story, and I want to do this project to help tell those different stories within the AUC. So, if anything, I'm grateful that I can actually like sit here and sit down with everybody and all my peers, all my classmates from the AUC, and hopefully I can continue this. And yeah, we'll see where this goes.